Hi, it's Donna with the Waldorf Connection, and welcome back to video number 3. All right, so video number 2, we talked about music and movement, and I gave you an assignment to come up with one song that you already know that you would feel comfortable teaching your child. So you can relax a little bit, at least you've got that, and thank you for commenting in the Facebook group down there so I could see what song that you had decided to do. I'll be checking those throughout the video series, so feel free to ask questions and make comments below. Okay, today we're going to talk about the arts and the gift of childhood. So through the arts, I mean all of the beautiful painting and drawing and sculpting and modeling, and there's all of that right going on. Even the chalkboard drawings, drawing in main lesson books. There's a lot of arts sprinkled throughout Waldorf, and it could feel, again, very intimidating if you don't know what you're doing or feel that you're not artistic. And believe me, I am no artist. And when I first started, I was like, how am I going to draw these beautiful Waldorf pictures? Because if you've seen some of them, and I'll be able to give you some hints right here. I'll show you a couple pictures here of the Waldorf style pictures. It seemed like it was some mystery, but again, if you break everything down step by step, I took one weekend and practiced drawing after I watched some videos, DVDs, and I drew about 10 pictures, and after that I was like, oh, this isn't as hard as I thought. I just needed to break down and do it step by step, do it a few times till I felt comfortable, and then I was able to use that for the rest of the Waldorf homeschooling career. And I got better, of course, over the years, but it wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. And I think that is how it is with many of these arts. It is the same with the wet and wind painting. It feels so intimidating because the paintings look beautiful and they look really hard, and they look like, wow, how am I ever going to come up with that? But once you find out sort of the secrets behind how to do it, it isn't. It's just, okay, we start with this, we do this, you know, and of course there are more advanced techniques as you get into it, but the very beginning of the wet on wet, you know, it's just using one color or 2 or 3 colors, and knowing how to get that paint onto the paper so that it doesn't run off, and having the correct materials and everything in front of you so that it works. Because I tried it before we had the paint boards, and my paints, our pictures got stuck to the table and they ripped when we tried to pick them off, and it wasn't working. So you have to have the right tools and the materials and then the knowledge in order to do it. Because if you just try to wing it, your paper rips and your child's painting and they're kind of upset at you, right? Because you've just ruined the work that they've done. So none of it is really hard if you have the correct tools and you have the correct information on how to do it. So don't be too intimidated with the arts. Everyone can learn how to do it. It isn't hard. Again, it's just knowing what to do. Now I want to talk about the gift of childhood, and if you noticed, I'm going